the Chicago Blackhawks stand as one of hockey's most storied franchises, and as we mark their centennial season, there's never been a better time to look back and celebrate the legends who have defined this team. From record-breaking performances to individual honors that etched players into history, the Blackhawks have featured extraordinary talent and unforgettable moments throughout their colorful past. This week, we're diving into a special countdown of the top 25 Blackhawks players of all time. We've already unveiled ranks 21 through 25 and 16 through 20. Now it's time to push deeper into this elite list. Brace yourself as we reveal players voted 11th to 15th, bringing you closer to the pinnacle of Blackhawks greatness. 11. Doug Wilson. Left-handed defenseman Doug Wilson is a towering presence in Blackhawks lore and was rightly inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. His 1981-82 season saw him earn the Norris Trophy, awarded to the NHL's top defenseman, and he was named to 6 All-Star games during his career. Over an impressive 938 games with Chicago, Wilson amassed 225 goals and 554 assists, totaling a remarkable 779 points, the highest ever for a defenseman in franchise history. For context, Duncan Keith, another legendary defenseman for Chicago, trails behind with 625 points. Wilson was not just a scorer, but a fluid skater and a defensive powerhouse during the 1980s, a decade that shaped the Blackhawks' tenure in the NHL. Yet, it's surprising and perhaps controversial to mention that his jersey number 24 has still not been retired by the Blackhawks, something many fans and commentators believe is long overdue. Even his Hall of Fame induction came later than his impact on the game might have suggested. 12. Bill Mosienko, right wing, famed for an NHL record that still stands to this day. Bill Mosienko captured hearts and record books alike. That iconic moment, immortalized in photographs, was when Mosienko scored an unbelievable 3 goals within just 21 seconds against the New York Rangers on March 23, 1952, a stunning feat that remains the fastest natural hat-trick in NHL history. But Mosienko was far more than a highlight reel star. Throughout his 711 games with Chicago, he scored 258 goals and added 282 assists for 540 points, notching 28 game-winning goals. What's truly remarkable is that all these feats were accomplished more than 7 decades ago, underlining how Mosienko was one of the franchise's earliest true offensive threats and a pioneer for future Blackhawks stars. 13. Charlie Gardiner, goaltender. Let's pause and appreciate a rare and fascinating nugget of hockey history. Charlie Gardiner, a goaltender, was actually the captain of the Blackhawks' first ever Stanley Cup win in 1934. In fact, he remains the only NHL goalie to have served as captain on a Stanley Cup winning team, a unique honor that speaks volumes about his leadership and respect among teammates. Gardner was a dominant figure in the late 1920s and early 1930s, collecting 2 Vezina trophies as the league's top goalie and earning all NHL honors 3 times. His stats include 318 games played with a 2.02 goals against average and 42 shutouts, demonstrating his elite status between the pipes. Tragically, his career and life were cut short when he succumbed to an untreated infection shortly after securing the championship. Born in Scotland, Gardner's story is both one of brilliant achievement and heartbreaking loss. 14. Ed Belfour, goaltender nicknamed the Eagle. Ed Belfour soared into the NHL spotlight with an astonishing rookie season in 1990-91. That year, he won the Calder Trophy as the league's best rookie, the Vezina Trophy as the top goalie, and the Jennings Trophy for fewest goals allowed by his team, an unprecedented trifecta for a newcomer. Throughout the 1990s, Belfour consistently ranked among the elite netminders in the NHL. His career with the Blackhawks included 415 games, a .903 save percentage, a 2.65 goals against average, and 30 shutouts. He was instrumental in leading the team to the Stanley Cup final, establishing himself as one of Chicago's most dependable and sharp goaltenders in modern history. 15. Chris Chelios, right-handed defenseman. Few players spark debate and passionate responses quite like Chris Chelios. While some Blackhawks fans still feel a twinge of resentment or disappointment over his eventual trade to the Detroit Red Wings, it's impossible to deny Chelios' impact during his time in Chicago. A Hall of Famer whose number 7 jersey proudly hangs in the rafters, Chelios captained the Blackhawks from 1995 to 1999 and earned 2 Norris trophies as the league's top defenseman during his Blackhawks tenure. Known for his toughness, leadership on and off the ice, and physical style of play, Chelios played an amazing 664 games for Chicago, more than he did for the Wings or the Canadiens, underscoring his deep connection to his hometown team. In recent years, he has embraced his role as a Blackhawks ambassador, further cementing his legacy as one of the greatest American-born defensemen in NHL history. But here's where it gets controversial. Should the Blackhawks have held on to Chelios longer, or did his departure become a necessary part of the team's evolution? And what about the delay in retiring the jerseys of other Blackhawks icons? These questions linger in the minds of fans and historians alike. Which of these remarkable players do you think had the most lasting impact on the Blackhawks franchise? Did someone get overlooked? We'd love to hear your thoughts and spark some debate in the comments below.